Namaskaram. I am Arun Dutta from Arthashastragurukul Gurukul. Today we have our Guruji with us. I am receiving few questions from our prospective students. So let me help you in this way that I will ask that question to Guruji and he will answer that. Guruji, we are learning astronomics in our Arthashastra Gurukul. So what is astronomics?
See, astronomics is nothing more than economics with astronomy. That means we are learning economics with astronomy. But this Gurukul is all about stock market trading and investment, right? This is the first Gurukul in history that that a Gurukul has came up for the stock market trader, investor, and professionals. Now we need to understand why we need to learn economics and why you need to learn astronomy. See, stock market is all about economics, right? The company, the business, the data, the informations, macroeconomic, microeconomic, these are the stuffs you need to learn, which are part of the economics that you must have to learn. Now, whatever you will learn in today's education system as economics, that is only 50% and much lesser than that. Okay? Because economics without time has no use. Economics is all about time. Economics, first of all, economics is all about human beings. Their behavior. In behavior, in terms of purchasing, in terms of consumption, or in terms of savings. So that means whenever two people are been doing their transaction, that is all about economics. Now, if economics is all about human beings, so we need to understand how these human beings' behavior, that we call demand. When a mass people are behaving in a certain direction, we call it demand. When a mass people are selling a certain particular product, we call it bear market. When a mass people are buying a certain particular product or company shares, we call it bull market. So that means at the end of the day, it's a human behavior. Alright? Now, when this demand is going to generate, or when this bear market is going to start, it's a mere reflection of time. Because your behavior and the mass behavior changes over the time. So that's why even in 10th standard of economics, when we calculate the price, we calculate the number and the time. And whenever the number and time conjunct, then we call it price, right? But in today's educational system, when in 10th standard we are learning the same basic principle of price, we are not learning anything more until PhD. Not even in Harvard, not even in any Ivy League university. So that means we are learning only 50% of economics. So to understand the time, we must have an understanding about to understand the price, we must have an understanding about the time. So to understand time, we will learn all the astronomical calculation. Now please don't get confused astronomy with astrology, okay? Astrology is just one of the dimension of astronomy. So let's talk about astronomy and we'll explain why the entire Indian market is misdirected toward astrology, which doesn't work. Alright? So we are learning in the Gurukul, we learn economics with astronomy. For example, 9 is an astronomical number. 108 is an astronomical number. Okay, that you need to learn.
Guruji, why economists and technical analysts cannot forecast the market?
Okay. See, as we have discussed it before, and we have said it repeatedly in our previous conversation, today's education system covers only 50% of economics. As you will only learned about the 50% of economics, so it is not ever possible for you to focus the market. You can predict. And whenever you are predicting, that's when you are gambling. That's not focused. But it is a misinterpretation of focus to predict. Okay, so that's the most of the economists and financial advisors or the analysts are working on only 50% of their knowledge. Now, if I ask you to participate in marathon, right, and you are supposed to run to compete with your competitors, God has given you 2 legs, 2 hands, right? But if I ask you, no, you just don't use your right side of your body. Only use left side of your body. Use only 1 leg and 1 hand and run. Can you win the race? Same is with today's economists and so-called technical analysts. They are only trying to get the price, the number, the calculations, every calculation they are doing and they are learned from 10th standard to PhD just to study and calculate the number axis. They don't have any understanding about the time axis. As a result, they are only half learned. So as a result, it is not ever possible for them to focus in right way. I mean, they cannot focus the market at all.
Guruji, nowadays it is a trend that every second person is running after the financial astrologist. So is it that financial astrology work in stock market?
Not really. It works 1 out of 10 times. Now why you need to understand? See, whatever we learn as astrology, it's part of Jyotisha, one of the Vedanga, right? This is the 6th Vedangam, which we call Jyotisha. Under Jyotisha, there are 18 Siddhantas. One Siddhantam principles talk about the planetary position, and rest 17 Siddhantam are talking about astronomy and astrophysics, like Pancha Siddhantam, like Aryabhattam written by Aryabhattaji, like Vriddha Sangita. These are all astronomical books which you need to understand. And astrology only talks about people, not about the economics, right? So, whenever you have to focus on market, stock market. Stock market is a part of economy, right? So, we need to understand economics, then the time astronomy. That's why we call it astronomics. And whenever we are learning astronomy, we are learning not only the planetary position, but also the other astronomical calculation. That's why in our Gurukul, we not only learn the economics, not only learn the astronomy, okay, we use a tri-analytical approach, okay. The Vedic way of investing is a tri-analytical approach. We use time cycle and time series analysis. We use square root of 9, okay, on price, on time, degrees, okay, that is very important. 9 is a 4th dimensional number that is being used to not only to measure the light, the speed of light, but also the any number of this universe. And then we learn astronomy, okay. So the combination of the 3, it works in the market, and it is very easy to learn in 15 days.
Guruji, what makes Arthashastra Gurukul different from others?
See, we are the first Gurukul in history which is providing knowledge and courses on stock market and investment, right? We teach astronomics, economics with astronomy that nobody teaches in the world. Now there are few big names that definitely are there who is teaching you economics, like Harvard, like Yale, like California State University or Kellogg-Robertson, but they teach you only about the numbers, which is all about economics. They think that economics is all about the numbers, so they teach only about the numbers. But in Gurukul, we teach not only the numbers, but also the time. Number 1. Number 2, you will see many of the stock market course providers. See, if Harvard doesn't provide you this wisdom, We call it, first of all, we call it the Gyan that comes from inside. Okay? It's a knowledge, it's a wisdom. That helps you to earn profit. No theoretical knowledge can really make you earn profit. Okay? Now all the other institutions, what they are doing, I mean whoever providing the stock market courses, see they are doing the same old thing, which has been teaching from last 200 years. They're teaching you about the same y-axis, the number axis, which is just a result. People don't understand in last 200 years that it is just a number which is just a result. Reason lies here on time. But they are calculating and understanding, analyzing all the numbers. All the, you see the MBA students, MBA grad, economic masters, economic PhD, the research, the report, thesis, all they are doing on these numbers, which is just a result. That means you are talking about the result all the way, which is in stock market, in real-time executional process, which is a post-market analysis. It might be a little technical, but this is the truth. That means you are studying and analyzing the result part. But here in Gurukul we learn the reason part. Now, the third most important point that you must understand, whenever we talk about time, does it mean astrology? Because there is a huge misconception in the industry, in the market, that whenever you talk about Vedic Shastra, they think it is astrology. Whenever you talk about time, they think it's astrology. It is not astrology. Astrology, yes, it is a part of an astronomical calculations which talks about the planetary position, is being used. It has been factored. But please understand, whatever you know as financial astrology, see, by Parashar Muniji, there is nothing called, financial astrology. This is a later generation astrologer who came up, who retrieved all the data, who calculated, studied, and finally made those financial astrological books which doesn't work. But who is the Janak of who is the Janak of astrology? He is Parashar Muniji. He has nothing written about it. Now if you go back to his grandfather, Vasishtha Muniji, he has nothing written about the financial astrology. So, whatever you see today about the financial astrology, that means to understand the time, and to today the highest of the thing, everybody has came up even to calculate and give you the intraday calculations of the financial astrology. My simple question is, are you kidding? Really? You are trying to learn economics and you are trying to catch the planetary position and the nakshatra movement of a moon on a particular day, and based on that you are trying to catch the econometric movement. I might ask, are you okay? Are you really okay? So what we say, please understand, it is economics. To understand economics, we need to understand time. So we not only have to learn the astronomy, we also need to understand the time cycle and time series analysis. This is all about economics. It is the most easiest stuff, but you are misinterpreting it. As a result, in your execution, you are doing all the mistakes. And that's why, as you don't have this knowledge, you are influenced by every other influencer, as you don't know. Because any human being can be influenced. Don't think you are the smartest one. If we work on you for next 10 days, 15 days, you will also start to believe. Because that's called magic bullet theory, that's a different thing. But if the corporate working on you from last years after year, decades after decades, that's why your interperception has changed. You are far away from the truth. So to understand and learn the truth, you have to learn astronomics, economics with astronomy. The fifth most important part, whatever books you read about stock market, about investment, about trading, they all talk about the psychology, right? And at the end of the day, whenever you are going to take your position, psychology plays major role, right? 90% of the time, psychology plays a major role. Then where, and 10% is the calculations. So where do you practice those 90%? If I give you a mudra, you will say, oh, it's a mudra, anybody can do that. No. If you do and practice those mudra, that helps you to understand, that helps you to absorb, that helps you to decipher, that helps you to calculate. So, you not only have to learn all those mathematical applications. It's very easy. If I ask you to use it, after 3 days you will be able to use that. But more time we need to work on you. So you can visualize things, you can perceive the things the way it is. Then you will be, able to touch the point of truth. And once this truth has been exposed, it's Aham Brahmasmi, Nahi Brahma. That's right. It's all about it, and that is why Arthashastragurukul Gurukul, we not only teach you the econometric calculations, mathematical calculations, economics, astronomy, but we work a lot on you. Because investing and trading is a very much individualistic calculations, Whatever strategy suits for you doesn't suit for me. But any MBA school, any BE school, any economic school teaches you that? No. Because they don't even know that. Like, this shirt is not going to suit you, like your shirt is not going to suit me. It's individualistic, right? Likewise, investing and trading is also individualistic. In economics, we call it factors. Whatsoever, you will learn those things in our course, in our class. But these are the basic things that makes you different from others. Once you have learned, this 15 days is going to lift you up among the top 1% of the people. After 15 days, you are going to enter in a dimension, of those 1% of the successful people. And it is not astrology, it is not astronomy, it is not mathematics, it is not economics. It's a combination of all. It's the wisdom, it's the knowledge, it's the Gyan. That's why we call it the Gyan, the knowledge, the wisdom, which comes from inside.
I hope you received all your answers, and to know more you can reach to us. Stay well and namaskaram.